I welcome you all to my class. I'm Miss Vandana Gupta, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. You know that we have started with index numbers, which is subunit of Unit 4, which is the part of Section 2 Statistics. We have seen in my last lectures different types of index numbers, unweighted and weighted. And in both, there are two methods, aggregative and average of price relative method. Aggregative method and average of price relative method. We have seen that if the weights are assigned to different commodities, then the aggregative method, by aggregative method, you get the index number as summation of P1W divided by summation P0W into 100. If you give different, assign W different values, then you get different index numbers. Like if you put W equal to Q0, that is the quantity consumed in the base year, then you get last year's index number. If you put W equal to Q1, then you get past year's index number. These are the two basic index numbers. Then Fisher's index number is the geometric mean of IL and IP, that is square root of IL into IP. And the Dodwish-Wallace. So IL is what? IL is summation of P1 Q0. In place of W, you put Q0. This is IL. IP is what? In place of W, you put Q1. Q1 means quantity consumed in the current year. Okay, you get IP. Then IF, that is Fisher's index number, is the geometric mean of IL and IP. What is the meaning of geometric mean? You multiply IL and IP and take the square root. Then we have seen what is Dodwish-Wallace. Dodwish-Wallace is the arithmetic mean of IL and IP. So you add them and divide by 2. Then you have Marshall-Edgeworth, IME. IME is what? You add this numerators of IL and IP, that is summation P1 Q0 plus summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q0 plus summation P0 Q1 multiplied by 100. This is how you get these 5 index numbers. In my last lecture, we have solved problems where we have calculated these 5 index numbers. Today, we are going to see what is cost of living index numbers. So cost of living index number is calculated in a similar way, or it is exactly the same as weighted average of price relative. See, cost of living index number. In this method, the index is calculated for each of the n groups. Whatever groups are given to you, you calculate the relative price, which we call it index, also call it as index. So we calculate the index for each group as I equal to price in the current year divided by price in the base year into 100. And then we take the weighted arithmetic mean of I. So weighted mean of I will be summation of IW divided by summation of W. So this is nothing but our same formula of weighted average of price relative. This is called as the cost of living index number. And this method of calculating the cost of living index number is called as family budget method. This method is called as family budget method. Okay. Now let us calculate the cost of living index number for the different data given to you. So take the first question. Calculate the cost of living index number for the year 2004 by family budget method from the following data. Look at in this data, you are given different groups and their prices in the year 2000 and prices in the year 2004 and the weights are given. So definitely prices in 2004 and 2000, these 2 years are given to you. So you will call prices in 2004 as P1. 2004 you will take as a current year and 2000 you will take as a base year. So this column will stand for P0 and this column for P1 and weight we denote by W. So this column will we denoted by W. Different groups food is given the prices in base year as 100, in current year 110, and the weight is 40. Similarly for house rent, the price in the base year 85, in the current year 25, and weight is 15. Clothing price in 2080, in 2400, and weight is 20. Similarly for fuel, price in 2000 is 40, in 2004 it is 60, and weight is 10. Miscellaneous items, prices in 2000 it is 50, in 2004 55, and weight is 15. So this table I have just copied here and given the notations. Okay, the same table. Prices in 2000, which I am considering as a base year, so this will be denoted by P0. The second column will be denoted by P1, and the weight we denote by W. Now what is our cost of living index number? It is given by family budget method. It is given by summation of IW divided by summation of W. So we need to calculate the I and IW. So where what is I? I is index for that group. So I is P1 upon P0 into 100. So let us calculate the value of I for each group. So we have to make two columns. One is for I and the other one is for IW. So let us calculate I for the first group, that is food. So P1 is 110, P0 is 100. So this is 110 divided by 100 into 100. That will give you 110. So the value of I for food is 110 and IW. So you can, here itself you can multiply with W. So 110 multiplied by 40 will give you 4,400. Okay, I into W. You have to multiply these two columns. So you will get IW. Okay. Now the second one, for house rent, P1 is 25. So it is 25 divided by 85 into 100. How much you will get? 25 divided by 85 into 100 will give you 29.41. Take two decimal places. Okay, 29.41. And then you have to multiply this by W. W is 15 into 15. So that gives you 441.15. Okay. Now the third one, clothing, the P1 is 100, P2, P0 is 80, 100 upon 80 into 100. That gives you 125. And when you multiply it by weight 20, you will get 2,500. Okay. The next one, 60 upon 40 into 100. That gives you 150. And when you multiply it by 10, you will get 1500. Next one, 55 divided by 50 into 100. That is 110. And when you multiply it by the weight 15, you get 1650. Okay. So in this way, we have completed the table. Now, once we have calculated the values of I and IW, you have to apply the formula. So in the formula, you need summation of IW and summation of W. So you need to take the sum of this column IW and summation of W. Look at this summation of W. When you add these values, you will get 100. 40 plus 50 plus 20 plus 10 plus 15 gives you 100. Now let us calculate summation of IW, last column. Okay, so that is 4,400 plus 441.15 plus 2,500 plus 1,500 plus 1,650. That gives you 10,491.15. Okay, so you get the sum of IW as 10,491.15. Now find out the cost of living index number. So that is equal to, we calculate here, so summation IW is 10,491 491.15 divided by summation W is 100. So that gives you 104.91. The cost of living index number is 104.91. Now remember one thing here, we have calculated the cost of living index number for the year 2004 as compared to the base year 2000. So, and that we got at 104.91. Write it down here. Say we had 2 years, right? Year 2000 and 2004. 2004. And the index number, cost of living index number, what we got for the year 2004, we got it as 104.91. Let us write it down here, 104.91. Okay, now let us try to understand what is the meaning of that. Okay, see, this is my base year and this is the current year. So cost of living index number for the year 2004 is 104.91 as compared to the base year 2000. Always we take the index of the base year as 100. Okay, always. So that, what does that mean? The cost of living index number in 2004 is 104.91 as compared to the base year 2000. The meaning is what? If you were spending 100 rupees in 2000 to buy certain item, for to buy the same item and the same quantity in 2004, you have to invest how much money? You have to spend 104.91. That means the 100 rupees में जो चीजें आती थी, now the same thing is now you are able to buy for 104.91. That means the prices have gone 4.91% increase हो गया है prices. That is the meaning. So cost of living has increased, or the value of the rupee has gone down. Okay, so this is the meaning of the cost of living. जिस चीज को खरीदने में आपको 100 रुपए लगते थे 2000 में, अब उसे खरीदने में, उतनी ही क्वांटिटी खरीदने में अब 2004 में आपको कितना देना पड़ रहा है? 104.91. That means the prices have increased 4.91%. Okay, that is the meaning of cost of living index number. So cost of living has increased. Living के लिए जो cost है वो बढ़ गया है. That is the meaning. Okay, so I hope you have understood the meaning of cost of living. Okay, always the base year index is always taken as 100. Let us go to the next problem. Look at here, the second problem. Calculate the cost of living index number for the year 1995 from the following data. Here is the data given to you and the base year is taken as 1990. Okay. So look at the data here. The first column gives you the different groups: food, house rent, clothing, fuel, and the miscellaneous item. And the second column gives you the index. You are already given here the index for that group. In the previous problem, if you see, you were given the prices in the base year and the current year. Look at here, this was given to you, prices in the base year and current year, and you have calculated the index I. In this problem, I is already given to you. The index is already given to you. Okay, and the weights are also given to you. Okay, and you need to find out the cost of living index number. After you calculate the cost of living index number, look at the next part of the question. Mr. Patil's monthly income in the year 1990 was rupees 20,000. In the year 1995, his monthly income had increased to rupees 40,000. See, the income has doubled. In 1990, he was getting 20,000. In 1995, his income has doubled, 40,000. Now you have to answer, could he have maintained the same standard of living as in 1990? With the increase of his income, double his income, is he able to maintain the same lifestyle as he was maintaining in year 1990? That is what is our question. Okay. So let us first of all complete the part 1 of the question. Calculate the cost of living index number. So I have copied this table here. I am given the group index in 1995. Already I am given group index means I. The value of I is already given to me. W is also given to me. To find out the cost of living index number, I need to find out IW. Okay. So you know what is the formula for cost of living index number? A summation of index into weight divided by summation of weight. Okay. So let us find out I into W. So I am prepared a column for IW. Multiply these two columns and write down the figure here. So 250 into 45. 250 into 45 will give you 11,250. 11,250. The next one, 250 into 18. That gives you 4,500. Third one, 180 into 7. That gives you 1,260. Next is 200 into 15. That is 3,000. The last one is also 200 into 15. So this figure is also 3,000. Now I have to find out summation of IW. That means sum of this column. Okay. So 3,000, 11,250 plus 4,500 plus 1,260 plus 3,000 plus 3,000. So that gives me 23,010. 23010. Okay. So summation of IW gives me 23010. Let us put the values here. So 23010 divided by summation of W is what? So I've already written here the summation. So this row stands for summation. Okay. So if you add this weights, you will get here 100. 45 plus 18 plus 7. 45 plus 18 plus 7 plus 15 plus 15 gives you 100. So summation of IW divided by summation of W gives you 230.10. Okay. So the cost of living index number is 230.10. Okay. So this problem was even more easier because you were already given the index. You have not calculated, it's already given to you. So the cost of living index number for the year 1995 is coming as 230.10. Let us write it down now. There were 2 years. Base year was 19. What is the base year here? 1990. So 1990 and this is 1995. The current year is 1995. What is the index number? Index number, cost of living index number, of course. So we have calculated for 1995, it is coming as 230.10. 230.10, correct? And as I told you, this is the index number by considering the base year as 1990, correct? And as I told you, the base year's index is always considered as 100. Okay. So what you have understood from this? The cost of living index number in 1995 is 230.10 as compared to the base year 1990. That means in order to, for 100 rupees, whatever you were able to purchase in 1990, to purchase the same amount and same quantity of that particular thing, you now have to spend how much amount? 230.10. That means prices have gone how much percentage high? 130.10. तो जिस चीज को खरीदने में आपको 100 रुपए लगते थे 1990 में, अब उसी चीज को खरीदने के लिए आपको कितना देना पड़ रहा है? 230.10. So that means the prices have gone more than double. 100 से 200 से भी ज्यादा हो गया है, 230.10 हो गया है. ठीक है. Now let us go for the next part of the question. What is the next part of the question says? So I hope you have understood the meaning of cost of living. What is the next part of the question? Mr. Patil's monthly income in the year 1995. Yeah, Mr. Patil's monthly income in the year 1990 was 20,000. In the year 1995, his monthly income had increased to 40,000. Now your question is, could he have maintained the same standard of living as he was enjoying in 1990? Okay, let us write down now. What was his income? Income. In 1990, he was getting 20,000. In 1995, his income had doubled, 40,000. Okay. Is this money sufficient for him to maintain the same lifestyle what he was enjoying in 1990? Okay. So this income looks like double. Kiska income double ho gaya hai. But is it his real income? So here comes the concept of real income. Now, what is real income? Real income is equal to the current income divided by the cost of living index number multiplied by 100. That is what is the real income. So current income his current income is 40,000. And what was the index? Index was 230.10. Multiplied by 100. Yes, 230.10. So find out the real income. It comes out to be 40,000 divided by 230.10 multiplied by 100. It comes out to be 17,383.75. इतना आ रहा है उसका रियल इनकम, 17,383.75. तो मैं से 17,384 भी बोल सकते हो आप, if you want to round it off. So real income is coming as. So what is the real income? This looks like the income has doubled, but what is his real income in 1995? It is coming as 17,383.75. Look at this. It looks like the income has doubled, but he is not able to maintain the same lifestyle as he was maintaining in 1990, because though it looks like double, this income is equivalent to 17,000, which is even more lesser than 20,000. You understood? Because the prices have gone more than double. जो 100 रुपए में चीज आती थी वो अभी 200 से भी ज्यादा में आ रही है, मतलब डबल से भी ज्यादा 230. तो अगर इनकम 20 से 40 भी हो गई, बढ़ भी गई, तो भी it is not sufficient. It is actually his real income is 17,000. So it looks like inflated income. Inflated मतलब बढ़ी हुई income. It looks like the income has increased, but actually not, because his real income comes out to be this, as if you compare it with the base year. So his income has actually gone down. Okay, so that is what is the concept of real income. So what will be the answer for this question? Mr. Patil's monthly income in the year 1990 was to 20,000, and in 1995 income has increased to 40,000. Could he have So we were here. So the real income is 17,383.75. So you see here that his income has not increased. In fact, his income has decreased. See here, 17,383. So it looks like income has doubled, but actually it is not. Okay. So this is the concept of real income. So how do you calculate the real income? Real income is current income divided by index into 100. So I hope you have understood this. So to find out the real income of a person, you need to first find out the cost of living index number and then apply the formula real income is equal to index current income divided by index into 100. So you see the cost of living index number is used to is studied to adjust the income or to calculate the DA in the pay scale. Also, one more thing I would like to point out here, the cost of living index number, while calculating this, you have to look into consideration the place. Okay, different places will have different cost of living. For example, Mumbai city, cost of living will be more than any other tier 3 city, like say a small town or small city. Similarly, the cost of living index number is calculated as per the class of the people, labor class, middle class, low class, high class, like that, because their requirements are different. Okay. So because you can see that if the car prices have gone high, if the petrol diesel prices have gone high, it has nothing to do with the labor class, because laborers are mostly living very close to their workplace, and they need not have to travel by car or so. So even though the car prices goes high, their living will not be affected much. But for a middle class family, yes, then they it will affect. So the cost of living index number, whenever you calculate, you have to see that for which class of people you are calculating and for which place. Okay. So I hope you have understood the concept of cost of living and the real income. So thank you all.